What's up, guys? We're here, and I want to start today off with a quick little question. What is something that you do best? And what I mean by that is we all have our own special talents. We all have our own things we're good at, things we're bad at. A lot of times we like to focus on the things we're bad at. Kind of is how it is. We just a lot of us like to think about ways to improve ourselves, and what needs the most improvement are the things we're bad at. But the thing you don't think about and don't put as much, I don't want to say pride in, but you don't put as much thought in is the stuff that you're good at. And I think that deserves some praise. So take a few minutes, pause the video, say it to talk to your girlfriend, talk to your wife, just write it down somewhere. Just get it out of your person and put it somewhere else. But I want you to say what you're good at, what you're best at, honestly. We'll work on things you're bad at. That'll be a different day's project. But either way. All right. So today is push day. We're heading out to the warehouse gym here in Ontario, Ohio. For those of you tuning in for the first time, I work at Mansfield Hospital in Mansfield, Ohio. And Ontario is right down the road here. Great gym. All the warehouse gyms. I've only been to this one, but other locations on their Instagram, they look awesome, man. They're all super cool, decked out with some nice equipment. And I think one of the things I like most about it is they don't stick to one brand of equipment. Like you have some Nautilus, you have some Cybex, you have some everything you want, some Megamass. And so it's not just sticking with one brand. I'm a Nautilus only user. Like, come on. Each brand has their own equipment that's good and great and perfect. Other ones, not so much. So that's what I like about this gym is that it picks the pieces that they feel are the best, and that's what they fill the gym with, So, and something else I like about this gym versus the other gym I work out at is their dumbbells go past 100 pounds. So typically what I do for a push day is I'll do like my shoulders, I'll do my my chest, my flat chest press, I'll do my pec deck, I'll do all that, and then I'll finally do some dumbbell incline bench. Because if not, I think the most I've done when I was fresh, I did like 29 or 30 reps of the 100-pound dumbbells on incline press. This isn't a cardio workout. Like, yeah, I want to work out till I reach failure, but I don't want to get there at 30. I feel like there's lots of energy being misused there if I can get a good amount of chest exertion and tension held with heavier weight, But either way, sipping on my hydraulic and my creatine. But yeah, going through the last little couple week or two of my health phase. I've used that term a lot, and not a lot of people, I'm not going to exaggerate. A couple people have asked me what I mean by health phase. And what I mean is, so think about what you're doing in a push phase. So in my push phase, I mean like an off-season bulk, essentially, is the term you could use. So you're trying to grow, so you're going to push everything. You're going to push the scale, meaning you're going to push the food up, which is going to make you in turn probably a little bit stronger, get a little fluffier. You're gonna have some supplements turned up a little bit. You're gonna have more time for recovery. Following each workout, so that means like less time for. I don't want to say less time. More emphasis on getting a good night's sleep. Good night's sleep every night is obviously the goal here, and sometimes that's not possible. Like for those of you that are parents and have kids, like you get what you can get sometimes. I've been blessed with how well my kids sleep. Anyways, but yeah, still keeping cardio in check here, but really just the amount of input is what changes. So I've been on a little bit lower food, a little bit lower everything else going into this finishing up this health phase here. I'm going to get some blood work drawn and get some what my levels are. Big things you want to look at for bodybuilders specifically, but you know what? I'll go through all of it, make it a little bit easier. So you want to look at you can get a CMP, a comprehensive metabolic panel. And that includes your electrolytes, that includes your creatinine, which gives you an estimated GFR, which is your glomerular filtration rate. That's how well your kidneys are filtering. And it also gives you some liver markers as well. Your AST and your ALT levels will also be in that CMP. Now, for those of you that have large amounts of muscle, I'm talking about you, big dog, the creatinine might be falsely, I guess not falsely, it could be elevated in you. Now that does not mean that you have kidney injury or the starting of kidney failure or anything like that. So creatinine is a benign substance that your body naturally excretes. Okay, your body naturally gets rid of it. It is you can think of it as a breakdown. It's a breakdown of essentially muscle, but a lot of different cells in your body. This is kind of like the trash you produce on a daily basis. Okay, and then your kidneys can excrete it. So if you have issues with your kidneys filtering well, then you'll have a buildup of creatinine. Okay, like I said, creatinine itself is not harmful. There's patients that are on dialysis that I've seen their creatinines go up to 8, 9, 10, 12. And you don't do dialysis on them because of their creatinine. Creatinine in them is basically a less helpful marker. Anyways, so if you're a more muscular person and you have elevated creatinine, you want to get a cystatin C. Okay, cystatin C is a different type of estimation that it's a different marker that is not different based off your muscle size. So that's a good one to have if you're more muscular. It gives you much more accurate numbers. With the liver markers, so AST definitely, but also some ALT can be found in muscle tissue itself. So if you have a hard workout and you get your blood drawn afterwards, it can be slightly elevated. A GGT is a good level to get that looks at direct liver function, specifically liver as in terms to like biliary stuff as well. So if you're gonna get labs, people always say just start with the cystatin C. There's a lot of people out there, especially the people that are on the smaller side, that their creatinine is going to be normal. You don't need a cystatin C. But if you've had previous lab work where your creatinine was elevated, just get it, just add it on. So GGT, you want to get a CBC, which is a complete blood count. What you're looking for there is your hemoglobin and hematocrit. Okay, so working out, exercise in general, but also certain supplements in the bodybuilding world can increase your body's hematocrit levels and platelets. So it can cause essentially a polycythemia vera, which is just medical term for elevated blood counts with the hemoglobin and such. Um, if your blood gets too thick with the platelets and hemoglobin, you can put yourself at a higher risk for clots. So those are things you want to look out for there. Um, for once in a lifetime, I recommend getting an apolipoprotein A, which is it essentially gives you a good genetic breakdown, not breakdown, a good risk stratification of your body's ability to build plaque in your bloodstream. Okay, so um, the higher that number is, the more likely your body is to lay down plaque in your arteries and cause atherosclerotic disease, essentially. Um, I'm at the gym right now and I'm finishing my pre-workout, but I'll try to make this brief. You can just get that once in your life. 80 to, or 90% of that, give or take, is genetic. So that won't change throughout your life. Okay. And that'll give you a good risk assessment of how strictly you need to keep your cholesterol and lipids and so on in check. Next thing you want to get is called an apolipoprotein B. Sounds very similar, but so the B will check the essentially the composition of your current cholesterol, good cholesterol versus bad cholesterol. This can be something that can change based off of diet and supplements. So this is something that's a lot more telling, and you should get this lab a lot more often. Especially after you've been like pushing your food up, someone's just adding fats in for the calories during the off season, and so on. So that's also important to get. You can get an A1C, which tells you your 3-month average blood sugar levels. This is good for kind of determining if you're becoming insulin resistant at all. You can also get a fasting insulin level. That's a little bit more expensive, but it can tell you a lot of good information. What else can you get here? Let me see. For those bodybuilders, especially closer to prep, if you're taking any thyroid supplements, because as you diet down, your thyroid kind of becomes more suppressed as you keep losing weight. You can get a TSH with a reflex T4 level. That's a good one as well. And I'm trying to think what else. Of course, my mind's kind of blanking right now. I mean, you can just get a lipid panel in general. Just to check your triglycerides and so on. Try and get all this fasted. Your LDL is less affected on the lipid panel by if you ate the morning of, but your triglycerides can certainly be altered there. I think that's about all I got right now. Anyways, I'm at the gym. If I think of anything else, I'll pop in and talk about it during my workout. But yeah, let's get to pushing. We'll see you in there. Some dumbbell lateral raises. Ugh.
I did have a Zen, 13 hours till I land. I be out one night, one night, one night. Slept through the flight for the night. 7 minutes, got the better and I'm wet down the block. They don't like it. They don't like it. Come for me, I tear them all to pieces, my girl. I'ma show you what relief is, my girl. Please don't take it, it's got that how you speaking. And I'm not talking nothing like that. Take it easy. Wonder how I got the crack, I got the I was on the total block away. Couple million bags in the stock truck. Got the wall check. Not dog. Y'all stuck in the so when you make the hell, you come a block up, bitch. I can't take it. Never hear it.
All right, let's see here. So 140 for 9 or 10. I don't know how many it was. Either way, that was a PR, man. Holy crap. That felt freaking awesome. And I'm down like, I don't know, 12 pounds for my heaviest this push. So like I'm losing some weight and getting stronger. So what the heck is that about, dude? All right, let's see. I don't know, 120s. Maybe I'll get this for like 8. That'd be cool. My endurance with chest is historically not good though. So we'll see. Freaking awesome, man. All right, so I feel my chest pump pretty good right now. I know that I'm not gonna have much strength and endurance on this next one. So I think I might just drop down to like the 85s and try to rep that one out. So kind of a big drop, but I feel like I have a good sense of what my body can do. Although, I don't know. Maybe I can prove myself wrong today. Feeling good. I didn't even count that one. Count those reps. Counted the set, of course. I don't remember how much weight on this feels heavy, but I think 2 plates aside is a good place to start, especially after that heavy dumbbell press. But Maybe move this forward one. Oh, that's a good starting point. Yeah. All right.
All white like a hurricane, controlling it in the change. Like a mother, we fought by the dozen of them. I don't trust you on any level. I can probably make successes. Talk to the ladies with the trouble butter. Fresh sheets and towels, we gotta love it. Yeah, they all get what they desire from it.
Maybe I'll go back one. That way, at the lowest point, it still gives me a little bit of resistance there rather than coming down to a stopping point. Oh man, my freaking chest is fried. Can you tell this is an old tank top? The graphics are like ripping off. Probably been washed about a good, I don't know, 100 times or so. All right. Try this lower grip here. Almost like a neutral grip almost. Holy crap. That feels great. All right. Let's do one more set of this, and then pec deck. And I think we're on triceps next. Pretty quick day for chest overall. Whew. Lighten up a little bit here. Got to stick with this neutral grip. That feels freaking awesome. All right. Let's see. Is this height? Back up a little bit. Kind of want the bar to be a tiny, my handles to be a tiny bit above my chest here. Yeah, this feels right. Yeah, my endurance right now is, I guess, total strength in my chest right now is terrible. It's really exhausted. So I'm gonna look like a little wimp here with the weight I'm doing, but it's all good. My pecs need tension. They don't need heavy weight. Sometimes that's the equation, though. Sometimes it's heavy weight for less reps to get the tension you need. But, you know, right now, I'm just gonna do whatever I need to do to get a big old chest.
Took my life from negative to positive, I just got that. And tonight, I send your life. That's right.
Jeez. All right. Let's do just one more quick little drop set, actually, and then we'll just finish up with the triceps. Try to keep your chest up, your head up. When you lean over too much, you get some front delt and bicep involvement like that. But, all right, let's do some triceps. Let's get the heck out of here. We still got a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Actually, you can see me in the reflection here, but I'm going to do some lateral raises over here while I let my tricep rest. Let's see here. There we go. Said it before, I'll say it again. You never have too big lateral delts. You can have too small chest and arms to match it, but no. My lateral delts need improvement anyways, so. All right. All right. Gonna take a little bit of a break here. But let's get it finished up. That's right about there. Oh, that's good. All right. So I got some above arm extensions and some posing. And then we're out of here. All right. Couple sets of this. All right, one more. Ugh. Okay, let's pose. All right, so this is it. Kind of drenched in sweat here, but let's do a little bit of posing here. We trained chest, but you know, can't just not show off the legs. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's see. Get a little more gluten there. Oh yeah. We'll do a little back stuff. You know, we're already here. All right. And one more, most muscular. All right, well, that's all I got for today, guys. As always, eat big, sleep big, get big. Be the light, pass it on. We'll see you next time.